Thank you, Liz. And this is the true cost of political correctness. You made mention of this phraseology, the school-to-prison pipeline, and you had a lot of people on the left in Florida for years who thought that even when criminal offenses were committed on school grounds, we should keep law enforcement away. And instead of working cooperatively with law enforcement to identify these red flag cases, instead to try to sweep them under the rug for the sake of political correctness. You're right. Had we done our jobs in Florida, this particular individual would have had a criminal record. He would not have been able to buy a gun in our state. And I think, frankly, we should be focusing on those common sense solutions before we go try to deprive law-abiding Americans of their Second Amendment rights.
Well, that's kind of the point that I wanted to bring up in this segment. I mean, we are now February, March, April, May, almost 4 months out from this school shooting that cost so many innocent people their lives. And still the narrative that's coming from the left, the narrative that's being propagated by the mainstream media is about gun control. It's about AR-15s. You know, it's the price tag on David Hogg's graduation cap, blaming the NRA for this atrocious murder of these innocent children at this school. Yet, 4 months away, 4 months out of this shooting, how is the FBI, how have the Broward County Sheriff's Office, how has the Broward County superintendent of that school district not been held accountable for their negligence that actually enabled this to happen?
Well, Liz, like you, I've been very frustrated at the bigoted statements that I've heard about people who choose to affiliate with the NRA or align their goals and values with the NRA. The NRA takes 100% of the blame for the conduct of 0% of its actual members, and that's unfair. And while the media does focus on that anti-gun sensationalism, there is work being done now in the Congress in a bipartisan way to try to find out how to be more proactive. I'm working with a liberal Democrat from Chicago, and I'm a conservative Republican, but we both agree that we should be using technology better to be able to identify these red flag cases. This particular Parkland shooter actually went on social media and discussed violence and harm at schools, and yet this case didn't rise to the top of the list. There was an individual who reported to the FBI concern about the training and other violent activities that this shooter was preparing for in his backyard, and still nothing was done. And so I think we need to do a better job enforcing the laws that are on the books. I think we need to dispense with the sick political correctness that says that people shouldn't have to account for their criminal conduct on school grounds. And we should stop demonizing law-abiding people who associate with the NRA simply because they want to exercise rights that are laid out in the Constitution.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.